I'll be the first to admit, I ain't been to church in years, but the last time I was there, I distinctly remember that church was for the purpose of getting black folks into heaven. So now I'm wondering to myself, what in the hell are they teaching today? Y'all look at this.
Black people are going to have to stand up en masse, and say, thank God for America.
Amen.
Thank God that we're here. Otherwise, we'd be in the Congo somewhere drinking dirty water, living a life of 35 to 40 years of age and dying, living in grass huts, not having substantial living quarters, if it were not for the fact that we were here in America. And the other thing is that when you try...
It wasn't for the fact of the white man.
The white man, yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah,
no,
yeah.
I know that. I watch your stuff, and...
If you think that's something, y'all out there, I don't believe nobody ever told this guy that the civil rights movement for black folks ever existed. But I'm looking at him and I know that he's old enough to know it. But listen at what this man had to say about Dr. Martin Luther King.
Dr. Martin Luther King was one of the most racist people that ever walked upright on planet Earth. And somebody needs to say it. Somebody needs to tell y'all why you're lazy, why you don't own anything. It isn't that economic opportunities don't develop. It isn't that you can't have a string of restaurants. Sylvia went down to Atlanta and tried to establish her Sylvia, but the niggas won't work. They don't want to come in on time. They got a bad attitude about everything, and they don't want to prepare the food consistently the same way. You can't have a management of a restaurant, global chain of restaurants, without good management, and you can't manage niggas.
Are you scared yet? Well, how about this? If this don't scare you, nothing else will. This Negro ran for mayor of New York City.
In order, if you're interested in saving New York from a Muslim, someone who believes in Intifada, someone who believes in fatwa, if you're interested in saving, if you fear that New York is in great danger, then what I would suggest to the powers that be, what they would do is that they would get Eric Adams, who's now the mayor, to come and stand beside me and endorse me as the mayor of the city of New York. Get Andrew Cuomo. Neither one of these boys can win against Mondami. But I have the fire, I have the strength, I have the record, I have the experience to beat Mondami like he stole something from Mother Teresa.
Look, but now, y'all, the one thing that we got to say is that this Negro does have a sense of humor, but he's not the only Negro pastor out here doing this. This guy got up there and said that black folks ought to be on their hands and knees thanking these white folks for slavery. Look at this.
I may mix his words up a little bit, but he said that if Christ was black, then heaven is a ghetto.
Damn.
He said that if slavery brought us to Jesus, then he's all for slavery. We should thank God for slavery, is what he said.
Well, now look at this thing as a whole. What these Negro preachers are doing, and see, what they're teaching in the church, like I say, should be beyond you right now. But what they're doing is they are mimicking their slave masters. And it makes you wonder whether or not if they are really there to be spiritual guiders into the gates of heaven, or are they there to persuade you into going in the direction that their white slave masters want you to go in. Listen at this guy, and he's supposed to be an intellectual among white folk. Listen to him.
The greatest moment in history for any brown or black country is the moment that the white man's ships arrive on your shore. Your reparations are that you get to live in America. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Now, y'all, if this is the way white folks is thinking, then you can truly understand why 80 to 85% of them disagree or oppose reparations. They feel like we owe them something. Look, instead of you thinking you did something for us, You need to face the reality is that we are the best thing to ever happen to you. You people y'all came from out of dungeons, victims of war crimes over there in Europe. When you got here to America and had the opportunity to get land and slaves, we made you rich among your wildest imaginations. And you know it.